will give the class name. மறுபடியும் முதல்ல பேசணுமா? ஏன் சார்? Good morning everyone. Myself Soorya from Computer Applications Department. Now I am going to explain inheritance in Java. So now we'll see the learning objectives of inheritance. So next, first of all, we learn the concept of inheritance and subclass, superclass, how we create the methods and properties using constructors, and we'll see about the super keyword. So next, here we see the definition for inheritance. So inheritance is the process where one class acquires the properties and methods from another class. So the class that inherits the properties from one class, it is called subclass, and the class whose properties are inherited is known as superclass. So here we see the example diagram. So class A and class B are there, and class B is the subclass and class A is the superclass. So next, extends keyword. So extends keyword is used to inherit the properties from one class. So this is the syntax for using extends keyword. So here we see the superclass name is super and the subclass name is sub. So we extend superclass. So here we use the keyword extends. And next, this is the purpose of using super keyword. So super keyword is like this keyword. So it is used to differentiate the members of superclass from the members of subclass. For example, if we have the same name for the method in superclass as well as in subclass, we use this super keyword to differentiate both of them. So this is the example for super keyword. In the superclass, we have the display method. In the subclass also, we have the display method. So when you call the method, here you see that we'll create the object for subclass, and using that object, if you call the display method, it will call only the subclass display method. And for example, if you want to call the superclass display method, we use the super keyword, that is super.display. Next, and when you access the methods and properties from the superclass, if it is public, we can access all the properties and methods. If it is a private, even though if we inherited from the class, we cannot access the private methods or private variables. So this is the example for member access. In the superclass, we created two variables. One is int I. So if you didn't specify any access control before that, it will take it as public. And next thing is private int j. So when you access these two variables in subclass, that is class B, you can access only int I. You cannot access int j because it is the private variable. So we cannot access that. Next, so superclass constructor. So for example, if a class is inheriting the properties from another class, the subclass automatically acquires the constructor of the superclass. For example, here in the superclass we have one constructor. Already you know that when you create the constructor, we should give the class name as the constructor name. So here superclass, so superclass constructor, and for the subclass also we have subclass constructor. So when we call the method using object for subclass, automatically it will call the default constructor of the superclass also. So next, types of inheritance. So normally we have four types of inheritance: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. So Java does not support multiple inheritance. So remaining three we'll see one by one. So first thing is single level inheritance. A class that inherits the properties from a single class. For example, class A, class B. So class B that inherit the properties from class A. So here we'll see the example class shape. So this is the superclass, and class rectangle, it is the subclass. So only two classes are there, we can inherit from a single class only. So when you call the methods that is in superclass display and also in subclass that is area. So we'll create the object for the subclass rectangle. So rectangle object name equal to new rectangle. So using that object we'll call both the methods display and area. So this is single level inheritance. So next, hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical means more than one class. That is superclass is the single one. When we inherit the properties from superclass, we can have more than one class. So here class A is the superclass and first child is class B that inherits class A, and another child is class C that is also inherit from class A. So here we have three methods inside the class, that is method A in class A, method B in class B, and method C in class C. So we can create object for the class and then we'll call the method. So even you can create object for the B and C class, you can access the method in A class also, because we inherit the properties and methods from A class. So this is hierarchical inheritance. Next, multi-level inheritance, that is superclass, and then we inherit from the superclass, that is subclass. Again we can inherit the properties from the subclass as another subclass also. So here class shape is the first superclass. We inherit shape to the rectangle class, that is rectangle is the subclass now. Again class cube that inherits the properties and methods from the rectangle class also. So now the superclass is rectangle and the subclass is cube. So when you call the methods inside that, we can create object for the cube class, and then we will call the methods in class shape, rectangle, as well as in class cube. So here you see that object dot display, area and volume. We can call each and every method in all the classes using the last subclass. So this is multi-level inheritance. And then now we'll see about inheritance and what is the usage of super keyword, how we access the members and properties methods from one class to another class, that is the access control for the variables and methods. And next we'll see the types of inheritance, only three types that is accepted in Java. Multiple inheritance we cannot accept it in Java, because we can have only one super class, but multiple inheritance it is having more than one super class, so it is not accepted in Java. So thank you.